scene becomes more important with uncertainty about the franchise's future. Tom Cruise returns as Ethan Hunt in the 8th installment in the long-running action series. But unlike with previous entries, there is a less clear vision for what comes next. Picking up after Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning's ending, the final reckoning works to bring a conclusion to Ethan's battle with the entity. It also has the weight of being potentially the last movie in the series. The Mission Impossible franchise's future is quite vague upon the film's arrival, with Cruise and director Christopher McQuarrie refusing to confirm or deny if this is the end for the franchise and Ethan Hunt's journey. One way Hollywood has grown accustomed to teasing future plans for major franchises like Mission Impossible is through post-credits scenes. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is notorious for using them, and many other blockbusters have followed suit. Tom Cruise and Mission Impossible are a breed all their own, but questions about a credits scene for the final reckoning are still understandable. It is confirmed that no post-credits scene is attached to Mission Impossible, the final reckoning. This includes the lack of a mid-credits scene breaking up the intro and nothing at the very end. This means that anyone who watches Mission Impossible, the final reckoning in theaters or on streaming, does not need to fear missing out on some major franchise revelation being included in the credits. Yet, it's still encouraged to sit through the final reckoning's credits. The sequence begins with a brief clip montage showing moments from the previous 7 Mission Impossible movies, including memorable moments like the Langley break-in from the first film, the Kremlin bombing in Ghost Protocol, and more. That provides some moments to reflect on the franchise's past. It allows one to let Ethan Hunt's mission and journey over the years really settle in. Sitting through the credits is also a great way to honor everyone who worked so hard to make this movie possible. Perhaps it will not surprise some to know that Mission Impossible, the final reckoning, doesn't have a post-credits scene. Audiences have no expectation to see a tease for the next movie in the credits of this franchise. There has never been a credits scene in a Mission Impossible movie. Even if this is not the last one in the series, ultimately, it would be strange for credits scenes to become part of the structure suddenly. These films have largely acted as standalone adventures, even when they're connected, so adding in a credits scene isn't necessary. It also would be strange for the final reckoning to have a post-credits scene based on Tom Cruise's involvement. Despite the many franchises he's been in and vast success he's experienced, only one movie he has been in has a post-credits scene, Austin Powers in Goldmember. Cruise only had a cameo as himself in that film. Otherwise, Cruise has a 40-plus year streak of starring in movies without post-credits scenes. Since he never changed it for Mission Impossible earlier, it wouldn't make sense to do so now. It's also sensible for the final reckoning to ignore the temptation of a credits scene when this could be the end of the franchise. There is a real possibility that this is the last time Cruise will play Ethan Hunt and that he'll star in one of these movies. If that is the case, there is no purpose for a credits scene to serve. The franchise can't tease a future when it's still uncertain if there will even be another installment. Mission Impossible. The final reckoning likely never even considered including a credits scene for that reason alone.